morning, everybody. Here we are at Buckingham Palace. We're walking across Hyde Park right now, heading over to our walking tour of London. And as you can see, there's a few tourists here, all heading over to the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace.
Welcome indeed to London. My name's Andrew. Very good. I'm your tour guide, and of course, Londoner for about 11 years, and clearly international man of fashion. And if I don't know the answer to your question, well, I'll make up a very convincing lie, and you'll be forced to believe it. They were built by the aristocracy, you see. They were built by the aristocracy because, well, if you're very rich and you're part of the nobility, you want to live near the kings and queens, really. You want to live near the kings and queens, and you want to, it's a good postcode to have, isn't it? You know, the closer you are to the royal family, the higher up the pay grade in life you are. A lot of them, they're not owned anymore by these aristocrats because, you know, most aristocrats in England, they're asset rich but money poor, you see. Palace, before it was Buckingham Palace, it was Buckingham House, and it was owned by the Duke of Buckingham as part of the Buckingham family, and it was a lot smaller. And so the home Buckingham House was bought in the 1700s, in the mid-1700s, by our king at the time, George III. Now, George III, he was our mad king. He was our king that lost us the Americas and all that sort of thing. Called the Battle of Trafalgar, and the Battle of Trafalgar was fought off the southern coast of Spain, off the Bay of Cadiz, between the British Navy and Napoleon's combined French and Spanish naval fleet. And it was won by this man here, Lord Horatio Nelson. And this is Nelson's column. It's a big memorial to his life. He was a huge hero back in the time of the Napoleonic Wars. Unfortunately, Lord Horatio Nelson was killed at the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805 after a nice, long successful military career. Although he was quite careless throughout most of his military life, he lost an arm, he lost an eye, he lost part of his leg. He was always losing body parts. But unfortunately, he was shot at the Battle of Trafalgar. A Spanish sniper managed to get him on his gun deck. He's a national hero. We've got to get his body back to London for a proper burial. So they decided to put his body into a barrel of brandy, ladies and gentlemen, to preserve it. They tipped him in, and they put the lid on and sealed it tight. However, when they got back to London and opened the barrel up, they noticed over half of it had gone. They're like, well, he's dead, he can't be drinking it, what's going on there? What had happened, the sailors had been tapping in to the barrel of brandy on the journey, inserting long macaroni straws and sipping it out. A rather full-bodied taste, I think, that brandy would... House of Commons, Labour on one side, the Conservatives on the other, and it's all controlled by the Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, a chap called John Bercow, who says order a lot to control everyone. But he doesn't just say order, he goes order, order, order. It's quite extraordinary. It's medieval Gothic architecture. Every single one of our kings and queens have been crowned there for the last 1,000 years, and a lot of famous people have been buried there as well. Lots of kings and queens have been buried there, but also Charles Darwin, Charles Dickens, Sir Isaac Newton.
Enjoy a few clips of our whirlwind tour of London.